Hello there, my name is Christian Rivera, aka C-Note, and I am the host of Dopamine, which is a podcast all about personal acceptance. And specifically, I talk a lot about INTPs and INTP development. Now, an INTP in the Myers-Briggs system references introverted, intuitive, thinking, and perceiving type. So introverted being your internal sense of self, meaning you're more focused on your internal reality, internal sense of reality, or the your internal world, your thinking is more of where the magic happens, where the excitement is. And then your intuition, the N, is your learning style. It is about pattern recognition, understanding things that are kind of behind the curtain, asking questions, and an ever-expanding curiosity about the outside world. The thinking side is all about using data and analytical understanding to clean slice information and try to get down to the essence of something. You're trying to understand a universal truth through your type of thinking as an INTP. And then P stands for perceiver, which is about having more freedom in the outside world by being more organized in your internal world, right? And so you have INTP as your main preferences, meaning that's what your mind sort of defaults to. But we do stretch ourselves to the other aspects. So extrovert, we do experience things in the outside world. We do vibe with people. We do play with people in the outside world and explore and experience things. The sensor side is we do literally eat food and smell things and experience things and have memories related to those sensory experiences. And then we have the feeler side. We all experience emotions. We all are part of the human experience. And we want to make sure that some people in our lives' needs are met. And that's something we stretch to every once in a while. And then the judger side is that sometimes we do have to show up and do a presentation. We have to look nice. We have to be a little bit more formalized. We have to have a plan. And so every once in a while we have to do that sort of thing so that we can actually relax in our internal mind as well. So that's the basics of what it means to be an INTP. But if you're just still learning about what it means to be an INTP, the first thing you should do on this website is go to our free course called Are You Really an INTP? That is a place where we dive into what are called the cognitive functions. The 4-letter code of what I just described is just a code. Once you start to decode that, you can then get into what are Carl Jung's archetypes or cognitive functions, where we start to explain there's an introverted sense of thinking versus an extroverted sense of thinking that different types use. And so the course goes in, it's free, and it goes into what are the main cognitive functions for an INTP. And then we go into what are the other 4 functions for other types, and to get to know what that looks like for other personality types as well. So we can compare and contrast, get the full picture of information, and be able to then use that thinking ability to clean slice and deduce and get rid of other information to feel confident in saying, okay, I'm an INTP. And then from there, we can start to explore some of the other bits of the catalog. But if you're showing up to this site and you're someone who's already familiar with that, you're comfortable with being an INTP, you've been at it for a while, you understand cognitive functions to some degree, I would recommend Cosmic Calibration for INTPs, nurturing and mastering and your thinking. And so what Cosmic Calibration for INTPs is a program about differentiating your introverted thinking from your extroverted feeling. And sometimes that can get a little muddy because both sides are a little bit more unconscious. All right, we use our introverted thinking in a consciously competent way. We use our extroverted feeling as an unconsciously incompetent way. Did I say? No, I said that wrong. I said introverted thinking is an unconscious competence. Extroverted feeling tends to be an unconscious incompetence, right? Both are unconscious things. We do introverted thinking kind of automatically, whereas with extroverted feeling, we also kind of do it automatically. But this is about developing awareness for yourself and acceptance for yourself of when these things happen, how they show up, how to differentiate between them, how to know when you're doing clean thinking versus everything's getting biased and muddled up and you're scared of losing relationships or you're scared of telling your truth because of the fallout and the feedback of that. I think it's really important to know how you can continue to own your truth as an introverted thinker and stick with that and understand the positive consequences of being honest, versus trying to directly go to extroverted feeling and trying to manage people's emotions or manage a situation, and how that can get a little sloppy. So all of this is in service of you eventually unlocking your intuition and getting to a place of growth where you can be a little bit more malleable and freeform and not rely on your introverted sensing so much, not rely on being stuck in the same space all the time, or only talking to the same people all the time, or only doing the same things all the time, but that you can develop a personal sense of bravery and understand the tools that you have available to you, how to use them properly, and then how to navigate the world, how to expand your awareness and do new things and grow as a person and fully experience this life that we get to experience, right? And so if you're that type of person, you're looking for that sort of thing, cosmic calibration is the amazing first place to start. And then from there, there's other recommendations. We have some of the obvious things are things that if you look at it and it clicks for you, that's something I think you should check out. So there's the productivity course, which is a productivity workshop. That is a place where there's a full course, and then there's also all sorts of bonus material. So that is a monthly subscription where there is consistent updated material around how to improve your productivity as an INTP, and all sorts of different nuances and contexts. And we share stories from other INTPs as well in there. And then we also have the relationships course, which is all about improving your relationships and how bringing your truth to a relationship actually improves that relationship. And so one of the big flagship courses where I mentioned where cosmic calibration is the first thing you should probably do if you're a seasoned person, a seasoned INTP and understanding this system, the INTP Empowerment Guide is kind of the next step of that. That's more of the 201 course, as it were, for INTPs. That is taking all of these cognitive functions and using shadow functions and understanding our energies and understanding, and I don't mean spiritual energies, but I mean like literally our mental feedback that we get for using certain things or not using certain things, doing things in a certain way or not doing things in a certain way. So that is the full, more robust flagship experience. That is for you to understand the depths of your introverted thinking, how you can then sometimes use extroverted thinking as a way to supplement that. And the same thing with all the other functions, extroverted intuition, and then how can you access introverted intuition sometimes. And going down the shadow functions, understanding the archetypes a little bit, and then understanding the combinations of different functions. How do we feel when we're using TI and SI at the same time? How do we feel when we're using NE and FE at the same time? So the INTP Empowerment Guide is more of an advanced growth course. So in that order, basically, if you're just a beginner and you're learning, are you really an INTP? That's the place to start there. If you're kind of intermediate and you understand cognitive functions, but you haven't really fully applied it to your own personal growth and story yet, the cosmic calibration is a great place for that. And if you've already done cosmic calibration and you're looking for, once you finish cosmic calibration, you're looking for something a little bit more advanced in terms of your growth and really mastering some more of your inner engineering and exploring your inner cosmos, the INTP Empowerment Guide is really like the full experience of the INTP experience. Now, a lot of this is using myself as a reference point, as well as other INTPs that I've met in different contexts. So talking with INTPs online through my comments, responses, but also I've been to Personality Hackers Profiler training and meetups and things like that. So I've met plenty of INTPs in person who know that they are INTPs, to compare and contrast experiences, to share their problems and stories with me, and to be able to bring all of this to you and package it in a way that is that is unique to the INTP style of learning. So plenty of data, plenty of pattern recognition, and plenty of room for you to experiment, right? This is not an instruction manual. None of this is an instruction manual. There are some lessons and teachings in terms of the information, in terms of what is introverted thinking, etc. But largely it's about understanding principles and how to apply those principles and experimentations and practices in your life to apply that to your context, because I don't know your context, and be able to take that and know how to experiment. In a way, this is like understanding the scientific method of INTP personal growth. And so if you can take these principles with you into your life, I think that's going to be massively helpful for you to go into any experience and be confident that your tools as an INTP are valuable in all sorts of different multiple contexts. So again, beginner, are you really an INTP? Intermediate, do the cosmic calibration. And if you're advanced and need some more in-depth growth, then go to the INTP Empowerment Guide. And then there's all the other supplemental, what I call side quests, which are the productivity course, the relationship course. I also have courses on creativity. And there will be more coming as those get requested. So if you have questions for me, if you're unsure, we do have an email list with a secret podcast. You can sign up for that email list and get a deeper sense of how I teach in more of a premium private setting. And before you make your decision, that's totally fine. You're welcome to do that. And I want you to know that there's a 30-day guarantee with all of these courses. So you can try them. If you don't feel like they're helping you or giving you the information that you need or the advice that you need or the support that you need, then you can get a refund. Teachable handles all of that. That doesn't affect me personally. So you can certainly do that. Make that choice for you. I think it's a no-brainer if you're looking for something that is not just scouring all the forums online and trying to piecemeal all the information or blah, 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 blah. Like I already did all that, right? This is me putting a lot of stuff together for you to help you, to kind of give you a nice little package. And if you've liked my podcast and if you liked the YouTube channel, then it's me. It's me teaching and talking in my style, sharing more of my stories. And you get to connect with other INTPs in the comments as well. And everyone's really lovely to each other, supportive to each other. It's a place that's a little bit more of a safe space for introverted thinking to sort of do your magic, right? And so that's the idea. I hope that you will consider one of the courses below and get yourself started on a growth journey. There's really no pressure. Do whatever feels right for you. But I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being a fan. And thank you for being someone who is interested in your own personal growth and wanting to take this journey into the inner cosmos with me. So I appreciate you. I'll see you in one of the courses. Leave a comment once you sign up, and I'm excited to get to know you. So that's it. I've been C-Note, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.